Picture this, a pizza that combines the smoky, spicy flavors of chicken tikka. Pizza is not just a dish, it's an experience. An experience that begins with the base of our very own homemade pizza dough. This dough is not your regular pizza base, but a canvas that will hold the vibrant colors and flavors of our ingredients. Speaking of ingredients, this pizza is a celebration of flavors and textures. The star of our show is, of course, the fiery chicken tikka masala. Marinated in a blend of aromatic spices, the chicken tikka brings the warmth and depth that is characteristic of Indian cuisine. Next, we have the velvety mozzarella cheese, a staple in any pizza. The mozzarella brings a delightful creaminess that beautifully contrasts the spice of the chicken tikka. Then there's the pizza sauce, a tangy and sweet concoction that binds all our ingredients together, but that's not all. We also have the crispness of onions and bell peppers, adding a refreshing crunch to our pizza. And to top it all off, a sprinkle of cilantro, adding a dash of green and a burst of freshness. Each ingredient has been carefully selected, not just for its individual flavor, but for how it complements the other components. Together they create a melange of flavors that is nothing short of extraordinary. So, are you ready to create this culinary masterpiece? Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a delicious journey. Every good pizza starts with the perfect base, and that's exactly what we'll create now. The dough, the canvas of our culinary masterpiece. And it's not as daunting as it may seem. A simple combination of flour, yeast, water, salt, and a good dose of patience and love. To begin, we'll activate the yeast. This might sound scientific, but it's really just about mixing the yeast with lukewarm water and a pinch of sugar. The sugar is not for sweetness, but to feed the yeast, encouraging it to bubble up and do its magic. While our yeast is getting ready, we'll sift our flour into a large bowl. The sifting aerates the flour, making it lighter and easier to mix. Next, we'll add the salt, but remember, never let the salt come into direct contact with the yeast, as it can kill the yeast's activity. Now it's time to bring everything together. We'll make a well in the center of the flour and pour in the activated yeast mixture. Then we'll gradually mix the flour into the liquid, working from the inside out until we have a soft, sticky dough. Kneading the dough is where the real fun begins. It's an essential step that helps develop gluten, the protein that gives our pizza crust its characteristic chewy texture. So get your hands in there and knead away for about 10 minutes. Your dough should be smooth and elastic when it's done. Once we've kneaded our dough to perfection, we'll place it in a greased bowl, cover it with a damp cloth and let it rise. This is where patience comes into play. The dough needs to double in size, a process that takes about 1 to 2 hours. But trust me, it's worth the wait. A well-risen dough equals a fluffy, airy pizza crust. And just like that, we have our pizza dough ready. Now, let's move on to the star of our pizza, the chicken tikka. Chicken tikka is known for its smoky, spicy flavor that's going to elevate our pizza to the next level. Now let's get to work on this flavorful component of our dish. To start off, we'll need boneless chicken cut into bite-sized pieces. The size of the chicken chunks is important because it has to marry well with the other pizza toppings. Too big or too small, and the balance could be thrown off. So a good rule of thumb is to make them just a tad larger than your average pizza topping. The next step is marinating the chicken. This is where we infuse our chicken with all the aromatic and spicy flavors that make chicken tikka so unique. For the marinade, we'll need yogurt, a blend of spices including coriander, cumin, turmeric and paprika, and a squeeze of lemon juice. We want to ensure every piece of chicken is well coated and then let it soak up the flavors. The longer it marinates, the better it tastes. However, if you're short on time, 30 minutes will do the trick. Once our chicken is marinated, it's time to grill. The grilling process is what gives chicken tikka its signature smoky flavor. You can use a grill pan, a stovetop grill, or even an outdoor grill if you have one. We're going for a nice char on the outside while keeping the inside juicy and tender. As the chicken grills, the marinade caramelizes, adding another layer of flavor. The aroma alone will have your mouth watering, and the best part, the smoky chicken will harmoniously blend with the cheese and the sauce on the pizza, creating a symphony of flavors that's simply irresistible. Remember, we're not just making pizza here, we're crafting an experience, a culinary journey that takes a simple pizza and elevates it into a gourmet masterpiece. With our chicken tikka ready, it's finally time to assemble our pizza. So let's move on to the next scene and put together our delicious chicken tikka pizza. Now comes the exciting part, bringing all our components together to create our chicken tikka pizza. We've kneaded, we've seasoned, and now we assemble. This is where our pizza really starts to take shape and where we start to see the fruits of our labor come together in a beautiful harmony of flavors and textures. Kick things off by spreading the sauce on your dough. It's like painting a canvas, but your brush is a ladle and your paint is a rich, tangy tomato sauce. Don't be shy, give it a good even spread, leaving a small border for the crust. The sauce is where a lot of our pizza's moisture will come from, so make sure every bite will be a saucy one. Next, it's time for the cheese. A good pizza is defined by its cheese. Sprinkle a generous amount of mozzarella all over the sauce. It's the perfect pairing to our tangy sauce and will melt into a beautiful gooey blanket. Now, the star of the show, our chicken tikka. Scatter the chunks evenly across the cheese sauce landscape. Each piece is a little nugget of flavor, a burst of spicy, smoky goodness that makes our pizza truly special. But we're not done yet. We have a couple of supporting actors to add to our cast. Onions and bell peppers. These will provide a satisfying crunch and a burst of freshness to balance out our robust chicken tikka. Remember though, balance is key. It's tempting to pile on the toppings, but a good pizza is not about abundance. It's about harmony. Too many toppings can make your pizza soggy and difficult to eat. So be generous, but also be thoughtful. And there we have it. Every component has found its place, and our pizza is a sight to behold. But it's not pizza until it's baked. Our pizza is assembled and ready for the oven. Let's get baking. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, baking our chicken tikka pizza to cheesy, bubbly perfection. We've assembled our pizza and it's time to transform it into a culinary masterpiece. First, preheating your oven is absolutely essential. We're aiming for a temperature of around 475 degrees Fahrenheit. This high heat ensures that our pizza will cook quickly, giving us a crust that's golden and crispy, and cheese that's perfectly melted and bubbly. Once your oven has reached the desired temperature, it's time to slide in our creation. Be cautious during this step. The oven is incredibly hot. Place your pizza on the middle rack for optimal heat distribution. Now, patience is key. It's tempting to keep peeking in, but trust the process and let the oven work its magic. A baking duration of about 12 to 15 minutes should be enough for our pizza to reach the desired level of doneness. You'll know it's ready when you see the cheese bubbling, slightly browned in spots, and the crust has turned a beautiful golden color. Once the pizza is done, carefully remove it from the oven. The aromas of the baked dough, melted cheese, and spicy chicken tikka filling the air are simply mouth-watering. Let it cool for a few minutes. This allows the cheese to set a bit and makes it easier to slice. Now, for the final touch. Freshly chopped cilantro is sprinkled generously over the top. This herb not only adds a pop of color, but also an extra layer of flavor that complements the spicy chicken tikka beautifully. Slice your pizza into wedges with a pizza cutter or a sharp knife. The sight of the melted cheese stretching with each cut is truly a sight to behold. Now it's time to serve. Whether it's a family dinner or a casual get-together with friends, this chicken tikka pizza is sure to impress. And there we have it, a delicious chicken tikka pizza ready to be devoured. Bon appetit!